My name is Gia. I have two things from the presentation made by Aloysius. One is Anak Bangsa Malaysia, and second is the third force using the People's Declaration. First of all, on Anak Bangsa Malaysia, I hope we are all on the same wavelength. Because I tell you, there are 40 people here roughly. Every one of you has got a different concept of Anak Bangsa Malaysia. So I think that needs to be articulated, and maybe there's a different forum for that. Just let me ask you one question. How many races do you think there are in this country? Okay. Yes? Okay, very good answer, but it's still a wrong answer. Because there's no such thing as a race. There's only the human species, just like the plant species and everything else. Okay? So if you start from that basis, you got no problem. I can give you a 2-hour lecture on DNA. Because if Harris goes, I look like Indian, maybe Indian, whatever, as classified by nation. But my DNA fully tested and I tested and I got a certificate, says I share 30% or my DNA is the same as 30% of Jews. Okay? Don't laugh, this is scientific. Okay? 20% of Southern Italians, but the girls still don't come for me. And 10% of Southern Spanish. Okay, so I share the DNA with people who are not even living here. And if all of you did it, you will find quite surprising results too. Okay, we will talk about that another day. Let me now come to the point about the third force and the People's Declaration. And please be honest, I like to ask questions. Please be honest and tell me, who in this room is not a registered voter? Come on, don't be shy. I knew I would get at least one. Okay? Now this is the fact of life. And I will tell you what happened in General Election 12. 15 million people above the age of 21 in a country of 26 million. 15 million people were eligible to vote, registered to vote, eligible to vote. Only 11 million bothered to register. So 4 million out. Of the 11 million who voted, who were registered to vote, only 7.9, let's round it up, 8 million voted. So another 3 million out. So 7 million out of the process already. And of the 8 million votes, roughly, Barisan Nasional got 4 million, Pakatan Rakyat got 4 million. So already the people who voted 50-50. Okay, now if you want to talk about the third force, I think the very first thing we should do, because before 2013, another 2 million people will join that 15 million, that will be 17. If you can get all 17 million to be registered and to come out and vote, and of course that's a big dream. Even if 70% come out, you're still getting 15 million or 14 million voters. And that is where your third force is going to be. Okay, so I think the first action before we talk about third force and what we are going to do and who, please, young lady, tomorrow is Monday, you go and register to vote. And the next thing you do, each one of you ask your family members above 21, force them every day, force them to go and register. After that, go to your extended family, your relatives, and I tell you some funny thing. The people who condemn the government most, condemn all politicians, and start talking, the moment they start talking, tell them, stop, are you a registered voter? Ask them that question, because that is very important. I tell the most, fellows who pontificate about politics and why this country is going down the drain and everything are the fellows who never bothered to register to vote, including your vote. Okay? I will tell you because I caught him one day giving a ceramah in the 1990 in the labor union hall, and he was studying every voting vote. So I asked him, are you a registered voter? He said, no. I said, you get out from the stage. You have no right to tell me how to vote when you are. Okay? So I'm telling you, tell your friends who talk too much and don't register to vote, tell them they have no right to talk, go and register to vote and turn out to vote. Okay, so that is what I want to give as a message before we start talking about the.
Okay, I want to bring us back to focus a little bit. We are talking about the candlelight vigil and how to bring it forward. I think we have not touched on that. My personal view is that the candlelight vigil started off as an anti-ISA issue. It has gone beyond that. I think we are going to look at it as abuse of power by the people in authority. So whether it is ISA or if it's abolished, if Barisan is still in place, they will come up with something else and they will abuse us again. So they're talking about our rights. Whether it's Barisan or Pakatan, it doesn't matter. And so I'm suggesting, I'm proposing that we continue with this candlelight vigil at the same place outside. But we are talking about our rights. If it means, for now, having to apply for a permit to take one step back, with permission from everybody, because it's not a one-person decision. I'm sure I am prepared to do it. I'm sure Richard is prepared to do it. We are prepared to apply for the permit and continue with this video in the open because we are talking about our rights. Yeah, being in here, the feel is different. It has to be outside. It's aircon, I know, but yeah. But I mean, we have to look at what we want to achieve. Yeah, I'm asking us to consider that. I mean, that's one of the purposes we are here, right? To see the way forward. Eventually, it may turn out into a speaker's corner, and then our problems are solved. But meantime, let's take one step back. If it means to take one step back to move 5 steps forward, why not? Now, back to the civil society and the third force. I am the private secretary to an MP. I am not paid. I do not collect any salary. I do not belong to any political party. I was working in the NGOs. We tried to make some changes. I found out that it was difficult to make changes. But now, in my position, I am able to make a lot of changes slowly by influencing people, because now if you are working in the MP, they listen to you better. And if you are concerned about your country and you want to make changes, I suggest you also think about doing this. It may not be full-time, it can be part-time. Give you an example. I'm a practicing Christian, and working with the Malaysian, the Church Council, with Norman Shastri, we have started having dialogues between the politicians and the church. And the churches now are telling the politicians, the Pakatan Rakyat people, look, this is your manifesto, what have you done about it? They are the check and balance now. About 2 weeks ago, there was one forum, and Ronald Navarana was the moderator, and he issued a challenge to the churches, which was very interesting. He asked the church leaders, how many of you can there stand up and tell me that 100% of the members are registered voters? Nobody did. Yeah. So the point is made there. So, but you know, churches, I'm passionate about that, and I'm arranging the dialogues. Next week there's another one in Zento with Tian Chua and Adrian Fernandez and Teresa Kong. This week there was supposed to be one in Shah Alam, didn't work, but we are working on that. So when you are in that position, you can make a difference. And as civil society members, let's walk the talk and try to do something. If any of you want to do something about it, you don't know how to do it, come and see me. Put you in contact with. There are many, I mean, just now we talked about Pakatan Rakyat, a lot of them are new. They are looking for help, and they are more than willing to take you in to help them. Yeah, and that can be a contribution to civil society. And it's, as I said again, it's the voice of Anak Bangsa Malaysia. And what does that mean to me? One people, one nation, one voice. I hope that's the same for all of us. Yeah? So please think about coming out to make a difference. If at all, not for yourself, for your children. Yeah, thank you very much.